Hello and welcome back. Welcome back into my yurt. Today we're going to touch into, over this next few months, there's supposed to be a lot of political unrest, instability potentially. Astrology's recognizing it's coming. I love Pam Gregory. She's one of the astrologers that I connect with, that I feel a deep resonance with. And she's talking about how there's political instability that may be coming and how to anchor in, and that we ought to anchor in the higher frequencies. And that's what we're going to do today. I don't know if you've been feeling it, but for me, I've been noticing over this past week, there's been some really heavy energies that I've been navigating. And once I process through them, this really high frequency has been coming in. And it feels to me like this is a symbol of what we are going through. So it's like the energetics may seem heavy or dense. We may be seeing things in the political arena that are coming in, and once again, attempting to potentially shift our awareness out from doing the higher work with the frequency work that we're here to do at this time. And so I wanted to make a video with you to help to anchor in these higher frequencies, as they are so incredible. For me, it feels like the energy, it's like this really bright light is coming in through the cracks of reality that I know. And it's really exciting for me. And yeah, and I also wanted to, I would love also to hear like how it's been for you as well. So feel free to comment in the comments below. It always helps to hear these things, as well as with other people, what they're going through, and if it's the same or if it's different. It's always good for other people to hear each other's comments. And I'm going to do something a little bit different in this video as well. So for the light language activation, usually I have a segmented area, a time period where I do the activation. And for this video, I'm trying something new out, which is just allowing the energetics to come through as they do, as we're having a conversation. And so that we can upgrade during this time period. We can shift in through the different states of the mind, from the I believe it's the alpha. It's the one where we're conscious, into the deeper states, the beta and the delta, the deeper states. Anyway, I'm getting used to these. Learning about these frequencies, so bear with me. And because they're so fascinating and they're so fabulous to know about. I know they've been given names and we can kind of like, oh yeah, I know what that is. But when we really get to experiment with going into these deeper frequencies, they can start to help shift us. So like the shifting of the consciousness. So as you can hear, and so whenever you experience the light language coming through, feel free to just relax and let it wash over you, because we're going into the deeper states. And we're also being like washed over by this like amazing rain that's happening, as you can hear it on my yurt roof. Wow, hey, it's so beautiful. It feels like light as it's coming down. It's the sunlight. And I'm also getting that this is a time period where water is going to be really helpful for us. For washing away those energetics that aren't of the high frequency, aren't of the high vibrational states. Because it's really important for us to step into and and anchor these energies as they're coming through and not get sidetracked so much. I mean, it's good to process what we're seeing. It's good to process what we're seeing, and but also from a vantage point of, is this here to partly distract us from being in these higher frequencies? So whether we are in the frequencies, or maybe I'm going to back up here for a second. So having a space where we can go to and be in these frequencies outside of the regular 3D world, the 3D events that are going on. Let's put it that way, the 3D events that are going on. So being outside of those 3D events. Yes, ishako odna aya ko os ushinata ero ko os unyada ariano ko os inetiana. And remembering back our higher vibrational dimensional selves that see so much farther than these locked in realities do. And yeah, and reconnecting with that higher state of the crown chakra, really opening that crown chakra, seketia omuk o shatana, so that we can connect with the galactic, our galactic nature, our galactic selves. Bushite erak animo okush ananima uak has inam punya chatatare kemo. Hesite poko onya tata ana. Yeah, and just really loving ourselves for where we are and keeping that place clear in front of us of where we're headed. O si chita ore mok o chata te ana as si chita po ona ka as si tina ho na siti atereke amoka sitiana, because it's really shifting. Like this reality that we're coming into is quite different in frequency. Se chetereki amoka asinatsia tadara ne agasa tu no moka oro kasinetana. It's so subtle that it can be missed if we're not aware of it, if we're not allowing ourselves to open the space for it. So if we get like obsessed with that, like darker, fixation, it's like a fixation on certain things that may be going on in the reality, whether they are or not. This is also something that Pam Gregory talked about, which was that in astrology over this next few months, there's a lot of illusion that may be going on because of the planetary alignments. And so it's up to us to really take that time to step back and see that space, what is real and what isn't. Activating ourselves. If this is your first experience with light language, I'll put a little link in the description below about how you can use it, how you can work with it. And what it is. So what I'm getting is that this is really, we're really stepping into like a new time period. It's like what I'm seeing is I'm seeing this beautiful, it's like this beautiful dome of energy, this golden energy vibration that's like encompassing the earth, but it's like sprouting out in different areas, this dome energy of, it's very elemental. So in the sense where it's the elementals are starting to become alive and they're working in this realm for humanity, for the earth. And this is a much greater experience than just humanity. Yeah, exactly. You can come back to this video anytime as well, back to this activation, to help releasing the energies that tend to are getting stuck. And a good reminder to, step into that grounded space. Put your feet in the earth. Oh boy, I don't know about you, but I've really enjoyed this. I like this format a lot. I'd love to know how you feel about it. Is it more resonant for you? Because I feel like I'm working on very different dimensional spaces now, um, coming in from the mind into this deeper um, um, state of being. It's like having a multidimensional conversation with you. And it's like it is truly an activation at the same time. Soul to soul level. Yeah. Yeah, it feels like there's seeds being planted. It's like that this earth is awakening, the seeds are being planted. There's new seeds. There's seeds that have been planted, for a long time. But there's new seeds being planted that are like, wow, just beautiful. See, it's set magana. Okay, so we're gonna come and just bring ourselves back because this is very deep work. Just going to bring ourselves back into our bodies, into our hearts, and taking a few deep breaths. Ah. So stay tuned for cosmic events. Ones that I'm tapping into, I'll be doing these kinds of activations for, so that we can gain the most we can from the different cosmic events that are happening. It's like the universe is coordinating an incredible show. And the more we tune into it, whether it be astrological, whether it be solar flares, eclipses, um, astronomy events, the more that we like tune into these rhythms and cycles, we can really work with the energy that's coming through. So that excites me. And I hope it excites you too, because these are like, it's like the momentum we can ride that's already here for our own transformation as well as global transformation. All right. Well, that's it for now. Blessings be, my brothers and sisters of the light. Um, May you be enriched with all of these transformations that are coming our way. May we be empowered to find our center, our courage, our strength during these times where we may be challenged in ways with the illusions that may be happening. And some of this stuff may be happening, but also I feel like some of this stuff is also a intentional illusion. And so it's really using our intuition to tap into the deeper feeling of what is going on. Okay, so until next time, I'll see you later. Okay, bye.